Friends, as you know that Sri Ram is considered as the uh, glorious, as the greatest personality of our nation. As you know that he is considered the god of the Hindu peoples, and which is completely good because generally people in Hindi say that he is a uh, Maryada Purushottam, and he is completely entitled for this because he did so many good work which completely support this. So today I want to say about the Sri Ramchandra ji. As Ramchandra was born in Dwapar Yuga in Ayodhya in home of Dasarath ji, and Dasratha had three wives, Kausalya, Kaikeyi, and Sumitra, and Ramji was the son of Kausalya and Dasrath. Ram also had three brothers, Bharat, Lakshman, and Shatrughan. As you know that Ram was born in a prosperous family, his childhood was completely full of the prosperity. He was enjoying his life with brothers and with friends and in the palace. So there was no lack of anything else in his childhood, and there were so many queens who was very his beloved mother used to take care of him in very good manners, and he was completely in touch with his parents. As he grew up, his father thought that it would be better to just send him for education, and at that time, Guru Vishwamitra came to Dasrath and asked that there is one, I would say, ghost which is creating problem in the yag sacrifice of the fire. So then Dasrath said that it is very difficult for my children to just tackle with that ghost because it is completely because these are very children and how they can tackle. So then Vishwamitra said, "Don't worry about these things. I can just make them learn how all these things they will uh, do practice and definitely they can learn." So when the Vishwamitra gave the assurance that definitely it can be done, don't worry. Then Raja Dasrath, King Dasrath was ready with the promise of the Vishwamitra, and then Ram and his younger brother Lakshmana was went to the uh, ashram of the Vishwamitra ji, where there he was learning how to just use the arrow bow and arrow, how to just under read the Vedas, all these things, scriptures, and also learn the skills of war. So there were so many skills Ramchandra ji learned and also utilized did that all those in practical way. And one day the same ghost, which was the name of that ghost was Tarka. This is a feminine gender. So the Tarka came and started creating problems in the Yagga of the Vishwamitra. Then Vishwamitra gave order to Ramchandra just to kill this ghost because this is completely bad for us, and if we are doing so much good work, we are just chanting the name of holy God, and this is creating problems. So definitely at that time Ramji followed the order of the his teachers and killed the Tarka. And then Ramji was going to somewhere with his Guruji, and at that time one invitation came from the Janakji. There was one swimmer in which Sita ji, who was the girl of the Janakji, there was swimmer, and there was one claim that the person who can break the uh, bow, that person will be married with Sita. So this was the simple claim. So Swami thought that this is a very good thing and definitely we should go. So Ramji, Lakshmanji, and Vishwamitra went there, stay there, and Janakji welcomed Vishwamitra Ramji, and Lakshmanji, and another day, as you know that his Vishwamitra was very religious person. He was just worshipping the God where he used to wake up in the morning time. So Vishwamitra thought that it would just give order to the Ramchandra, go to the garden and bring the flower for worship. Ramchandra and his younger brother Lakshmana went there to bring the flower, and at that time Sita ji, who was the daughter of the Janakji, who was also went there. So at that time they just saw each other, and Sita ji was just thinking that if this person would be my husband, then definitely this would be the good things for me, and I will be very grateful to this God. And this was Sitaji uh, inside desire to get Ramji as the husband, and in the mind she had just imagined that this would be my husband, and definitely this is completely suitable for me. And the next day when the Sita Sambar was happening, at that time there were so many people who were invited, and they were just coming one by one, and they are just trying to broke the to break the bow, but no one was of them getting success. Even no one was of them was getting success to just shake the bow. So that was a very difficult task for those people. So when that came up, when turn of Ramji came, so Ramji simply went there, give respect to his Guruji and every peoples, and simply break the bow, and Ramji was married with Sita ji, and that is how Ramji was married. And after some times, when the bad days of Ramji started, because there was one queen which her name was Kaikei. So Kaikei, so Kaikei was just I would say that which was inspired, or I would say that there was one mad Kaikei mantra which was giving a bad suggestion to Kaikei, making conspiracy against the family, against the kings, and saying that you would have to take this kingdom. Don't don't accept that your son will not be the king. Your son only be the king. And at that time, Dasarath was thinking that this is the right time for the coronation of the Ramji, because in the ancient time this was the culture that the elder son will become the king. So Ram, according to this, Ram was the king, but Kaikeyi said that no, my son will be the king, and Ram will go far outside to exile for 14 years. So Dasarath said that definitely I could fulfill your promise, but I could fulfill the first your promise, but it is very difficult for me to fulfill the second promise. But Dasarath did that, but Dasarath uh, died because of heart attack, because he was loving so much to the uh, Ramji, and he could not tolerate this this separation from his own son, and this was the reason that he was died. And Ramji followed the advice of his mother and went to forest. And at that time, Bharatji was in his Naniyal, and he also came to the after some time he came to the Ayodhya, and many things after this happened. So there is also a long story that then Ramji came to the Chitrakoot. He stayed there, and after a long time it happens that the king of Lanka, Ravan, came here and just abduct the Sitaji, and Sitaji just by forcefully was brought to the Lanka. She was living there, but she was not completely happy, because she was just remembering and crying for the Rams, but Ram was not available there. And Ram was just making here, started searching Sitaji. Ram was went to Hanumanji, and there was Bali, Sugriv. There were so many people. So Ramji met with them and discussed his problems, and said that if you support me, then definitely this problem can be solved. Then there were so many people who supported Ramji, and they were very happy because Ram nature was completely good, Chandas, and he was a person whom he was saying he was fulfilling all those promises. So this was also one thing that those people get attracted towards Ram, and they were respecting Ramji very in good manner. And then then Hanuman decided that I would be the person who will search where is the Sitaji, and then many people suggested that this will be the way. And then Hanumanji starts searching to Sitaji, and at the last he went to the Lanka, and he got that this is the Sitaji, and he respected the Sitaji and gave one ring to Sitaji, saying that this is the ring which is given to you by my Swamiji Ramji. And in place of that, Sitaji also gave one Beckles, I would say, chudi to his to Hanumanji, saying that you would have to pass this kangan, this chudi to Ram, so that Ramji can be happy, and Ramji will be sure that definitely you would have meet me. After when Hanumanji was coming to Ramji, at that time Hanumanji also fired the whole Lanka. There is a long process that how this happened. And after this, Ramji started making his army, his forces, and at the last Ramji came to Lanka and kill to Ravan, and also his whole forces, and also his one younger brother, and make the king his one elder brother, which was younger brother, which was Bhibhishan. Bhibhishan was made the king of the Lanka, and at the last Ramji came to Ayodhya. At that time there were so many people who were very happy, and they were celebrating this day, and that is how this story begins. And this is completely great story. If you just try to learn some lesson through Ramayana, Ramcharitmanas, I would say that this is a great inspiration for all of us, because Ramji was a king, prince, but his life was completely full of the pain, full of the struggle, but he never complained against anyone else, and he was very happy. Whatever given to him, he accepted and followed that idea. So this was the completely good things, and this shows that he was really Maryada Purushottam. He was really a person who is genuinely deserve so many respect and love from all of us. So these are things that I had, and I thought that definitely I should make some video in this, and this would be also good for me. So these are things that I wanted to say. There's so many stories. I will keep on sharing those things in front of you, friends. So thank you, friends.